So you think you understand cryptocurrency? Well, to quote Chris Rock, one of the greatest comedians in all of human history, you think you know, but you have no idea. The high values of several coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, others, is really only the beginning. Cryptocurrency is still in its infancy in the way that it can change the world. There is so much out there that the underlying technologies to cryptocurrency, blockchain being one of them, can accomplish. It's just staggering. By the time you're done watching this video, you're going to know some of the key breakthroughs that will allow for truly decentralized financial decisions, including buying and selling goods and services, trading stocks, taking out loans, and so much more. So let's not waste any more time, shall we? Lovingly, tenderly, gently, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll get started. You're watching Finance Squared, the definitive channel for all things personal finance, finance tech, and entrepreneurship. And I'm your host, Derek West. And cryptocurrency has been building steam for the last 8 years or so, to almost mainstream financial proportions. In fact, I would say cryptocurrency is now mainstream finance. While it's not a perfect technology by any means, it certainly represents a future of independent, third-party finances that will truly open up financial services to the masses, even more so than what we already have today. The collection of decentralized open capabilities for financial services has been coined DeFi, or decentralized finance. That is to say, anyone with access to an internet connection or a signal that will give them access to a network can take advantage of DeFi. And with DeFi, the markets are always open, and there are no centralized authorities who can block payments or deny you access to anything. Mostly, services that were perceived slow and inaccessible or at risk of human error are now automatically executed by contracts that are built into the technologies of the DeFi platform, namely blockchain. If you still don't know what I'm talking about, I can break it down to you in the terms of present versus future comparisons, or more accurately, a traditional finance versus a decentralized finance future. In traditional finance, the financial system is operated by the government and its partners in various banking and financial institutions. This has proven to be a very successful model around the world, as many millions and billions of people have been lifted up out of poverty thanks to this cooperation between government agencies and financial institutions like banks, equity markets like the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, etc. However, nothing is perfect, and there are some issues that one could find with the traditional financial system. For example, lack of access. Access to certain financial services could be blocked to certain individuals for various reasons, some good and some nefarious and unfair. This lack of access to financial services renders some people unemployable. It can also block people from getting paid for the goods and services that they provide. And then there's the price of bureaucracy. The personal data that you provide to these institutions and governments is actually a hidden tax on you. Personal data is one of the more valuable things that you can give to a company, government, or person. And unfortunately, people give it away for free just to be part of these institutions. In addition to that, these institutions, since they are centralized, can be shut down at will by the powers that be. They are also easy targets for hackers. Since they are centralized, all the data is in one place. And if you are a ne'er-do-well, you can concentrate on stealing just from that place. There's also limitations to the technologies they provide. Money transfers have been known to take days due to issues with internal human processing. Although that has been changing thanks to competition from decentralized currency. Decentralized finance represents a new way of thinking and of doing business. Imagine being able to possess all of your money instead of it being held by a company or a bank. Also, since the system is built on transparency and openness, the services of DeFi are open to everyone and anyone can inspect or audit the process. Plus, the markets are always open. So if the mood should strike you at, let's say, 3 a.m. on a Wednesday morning to make some trade of some kind with someone else who is also up at that hour, you can do it without waiting for your bank or your brokerage firm or the market or trading floor to open up. Let's talk about the history and the future. Bitcoin was the first decentralized financial application. It was the proof of concept that enabled other use cases to be built. Bitcoin let you own and control value, and money can be described as a physical language to express value. And not only could you own that value, you could send it to anyone around the world. The mechanism behind this, the wizard behind the curtain of Bitcoin, if you will, is the blockchain, which is a decentralized record or ledger of transactions that individuals who do not necessarily trust each other can agree upon and independently validate. Bitcoin is open to anyone, and no one has the authority to change its rules. Bitcoin's rules, like its scarcity and openness, are written into the technology, and it can only be changed by a majority of Bitcoin holders agreeing to change these rules. Not any one entity can, for example, take control of Bitcoin and mint billions of new coins, devaluing Bitcoin for the people who took so much time and effort mining those coins that already exist. Many cryptocurrencies copied the successful formula and founded coins of their own that had similar feature sets. Lightcoin, Flipcoin, Dogecoin, and several others all followed this successful formula. But then there came a second wave of cryptocurrencies, if you will, that soon after Bitcoin took this concept and extended it well past the use case of Bitcoin. The first of these was Ethereum. Ethereum built on Bitcoin by introducing the concept of a smart contract, a sort of programmable money, allowing holders of Ethereum to go beyond storing and sending value. Now you may be thinking to yourself, I don't want to program my money. I just want it to sit there and look good. Well, hold on. Remember that one of the ways to wealth is to make your money work for you. And there is no better way to get your money to work for you than giving it a task or several tasks. With smart contracts, you can lend and borrow and set the interest rates for that transaction. You can schedule payments to occur monthly without the need of a bank or giving a company your information about your banking information, other than you are paying them with this amount every month or week or day or whatever the contract is until it expires. Kind of like automatic bill pay with current banks, except for you own the capability to do this. Now, what are the current proven things you can do with DeFi currency? Sending money around the globe quickly. The use case for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we already discussed the first one. Transferring value across the globe without the need of a third party like Western Union. So just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other smart contract blockchains allow for sending tokens of themselves to others. It's as simple as knowing the ENS name, or Ethereum name service, or account address of the wallet of the recipient, and your payment will go directly to them in minutes. Now, Ethereum has been known to be really slow, however, so take that with a grain of salt. Then there's streaming services. Everybody loves Netflix, content being streamed to your phone or laptop or smart TV when you want it, how you want it. Now, why can't you do that with your money? Instead of getting paid every 2 weeks, why not get paid every second? Well, you can do that with Ethereum. The only downside being that Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies are notoriously volatile. Take the last 2 weeks of May 2021 as an example of that. So it might make sense to use stablecoins for this purpose, but that's still a great way to get into the DeFi game. Also, there's the lending use case. What if you want to start lending and loaning the money that you already have? Have you ever wanted to get on the other side of interest payments? Be the guy collecting the interest and not the guy paying it? Well, there are several ways of doing that, but one of the coolest ways without needing to use centralized methodologies is via smart contract tech like Ethereum. Another use case is gambling and winning. They say never bet on blackjack or poker, but bet on the casino, because the casino is the one making money. Well, that's true in all instances, including with smart contract cryptocurrencies. But there are instances where just having a little fun won't hurt anyone, particularly if you don't lose any money in the process. A quick example is the no-loss lottery app like Pulled Together. With that app, you can buy 100 tickets, use 100 DAI tokens. You receive 100 PL DAI representing your 100 tickets. If one of your tickets is picked as the winner, your PL DAI balance will increase by the amount of the prize pool. If you don't win, your PL DAI rolls over to the next week's draw. Then there's Decentralized Insurance. Decentralized insurance aims to make insurance cheaper, faster to pay out, and more transparent. With more automation, coverage is more affordable, and payouts are a lot quicker. The data used to decide on your claim is completely transparent. Ethereum products, like any software, can suffer from bugs and exploits. So right now, a lot of insurance products in the space focus on protecting their users against loss of funds. However, there are projects starting to build out coverage for everything life can throw at us. A good example of this is EtherRisk's Crop Cover, which aims to protect smallhold farmers in Kenya against droughts and flooding. Decentralized insurance can provide cheaper coverage for farmers who are often priced out of traditional insurance. And then there's Quadratic Funding. Not all funding models have to be about interpersonal interaction. Smart contracts and DeFi have opened up completely different models for funding public good and public work programs as well. Quadratic Funding has been part of this rise in new funding mechanisms. Quadratic Funding makes sure that the projects that are receiving the most funding are those with the most unique demand. In other words, a project that stands to improve the lives of the most people. Let's look at an example of how this works. Imagine there is a matching pool of funds donated. A round of public funds then starts. People can signal their demand for a project by donating some money. Once the round is over, the matching pool is distributed to those projects. Those with the most unique demand get the highest amount from the matching pool. This means Project A, with its 100 donations of $1, could end up with more funding than Project B, with a single donation of $10,000, depending on the size of the matching pool. There is much more to this topic, and it probably deserves its own separate video, so like and subscribe. And we all know of stocks and bonds. And if you're interested in good old-fashioned stocks and bonds and trading them, well, you can also do that using DeFi. For advanced traders, you can limit orders, margin trade, a loan to trade stocks, and much more. Decentralized trading gives you access to global liquidity. The market never closes, and you're always in control of your assets. Instead of, for example, depositing your assets in a brokerage account that can be a target for hackers. There's also options for quasi-index funds with decentralized finance, a topic which I'll be exploring in more detail in a future video. Speaking of which, if you would like more great videos just like this that attempt to make topics both fun and insightful, be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss it when we drop more great content. And while you're in the engaging mood, be sure to like this video if you like this video, and talk to us in the comments about your favorite DeFi applications. We're all dying to know. And remember, a goal without a plan is a wish. A goal with a plan and no action is a wish list. Take action on your financial future by diversifying your financial holdings with decentralized financial assets. And we'll talk later. Peace.